Solve each radical equation. Check the answers in the original problem. Exercise A, we have the square root of y plus 7 is equal to 3. Alright, so let's isolate the radical. I'll do that by subtracting 7 from both sides. Which yields that the square root of y is equal to negative 4. I'll square both sides now that I've isolated the radical. And that yields y is equal to 16. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Let's check. Is the square root of 16 plus 7 equal to 3? Well, the square root of 16 is 4, and 4 plus 7 is 11. And 11 is not equal to 3. So y equals 16 is not a solution of this equation. So y equals 16 is an extraneous solution. Exercise B. The square root of x minus 2 subtract 3 is equal to negative 10. Let's isolate the radical by adding 3 to both sides, which yields that the square root of x minus 2 is equal to negative 7. Now I'll square both sides of the equation, which yields that x minus 2 is 49. And I will add 2 to both sides to isolate the variable, which yields x equals 51. Let's check. Is the square root of 51 minus 2 subtract 3 equal to negative 10? Alright, following the order of operations, that would be the square root of 49, and then subtract 3, which is 7, subtract 3, which is 4. And 4 is not equal to negative 10. So 51 is not a solution of the equation. And again, x equals 51 is an extraneous solution. Exercise C. The square root of 4x plus 1 is equal to the square root of 6x minus 3. Now we have square roots on both sides of the equation. There are no other terms. So even though we don't have the radical isolated, there is at least a radical isolated. And so we are allowed at this point to square both sides of the equation. And the square root of 4x plus 1 squared is 4x plus 1. The square root of 6x minus 3 squared is 6x minus 3. So this ends up being just a linear equation in one variable. And so we'll solve it using techniques we learned a while ago. I'll subtract 6x from both sides. So negative 2x plus 1 is equal to negative 3. I will subtract 1 from both sides. So negative 2x is equal to negative 4. And I'll divide through by negative 2, which yields that x equals 2. Let's check this solution. Is the square root of 4 times 2 plus 1 equal to the square root of 6 times 2 minus 3? Alright, let's work on the left-hand side. This would give me the square root of 8 plus 1. That's the square root of 9, which is 3. On the right-hand side, I'd have the square root of 12 minus 3, which is the square root of 9, which is also 3. That checks out, and so x equals 2 is a solution.